Welcome to Final Fantasy XI Math. Today I will look at the brand new AF and Relic plus 4 gear. It's 220 new items, so I've chosen to break this into 3 parts. Today I will be covering the Mage jobs. Now, if you've been reading the forums, people have a lot of thoughts on this new gear. First of all, I think many of us are just surprised we're even getting new content at all. That this is apparently only the start of new Limbus content is pretty exciting. That said, I've cleared both the new Tenmos and Apollyon zones, and so far, you're just farming trash mobs, and it looks like a lot of grind. At least until we work out better strategies, or they add bosses to fight. Not to spoil the new gear too much before I look into it more, they were very conservative when it came to upgrading the gear, to the point that many are convinced this is just prepping for plus 5, because especially defensively, these sets don't really compare even with MP plus 2. And I certainly would like to see it be competitive, at least defensively, with MP plus 3. To make some very broad assertions, we largely use AF and Relic for spells, JAs, and weapon skills. Some of the items are still good for TP, but defensively they come at such a high cost, it makes it difficult to use them. That they added 0 DT across all 220 items will really hold back a lot of these items. They did gain some magic evasion, but unless the set already had decent magic evasion, which varies job to job, it largely was not enough to help fix these defensive issues. Ultimately though, despite that criticism, and that they went for some very not flashy upgrades, there were some pretty decent upgrades hiding in the rough here. So Black Mage AF. Probably the most impactful item here is the body. It's what lets you nuke for free most of the time, but it comes at moderate damage cost. I don't want it to be the best nuking body for Black Mage. There should be a trade-off, but it could be a fair amount better than it is. Right now, it's a pretty big damage nerf, so even a small amount of MAB would be nice. The legs, of course, are a nice Drain Asper item. Would love to see that improved upon. The rest were situational magic accuracy items that have largely become outdated, but with enough magic accuracy could be considered again. And here's what we got. Oh yes, and they made the plus 4 great. People will have all kinds of opinions on that, but it's cosmetic. The body got 10 magic accuracy, 0 new int, and 2 new magic damage. So you'll still use it exactly the way you used the plus 3, and probably won't even notice the upgrade. The legs didn't see any new Drain Asper. In fact, no items saw improved Drain Asper for any job. They did get 1 skill and 10 magic accuracy. All the items gained 10 magic accuracy. Makes some of them a bit more competitive for some magic accuracy sets at least. Also, the entire set gained melee accuracy, which was missing before. Now, I like to melee on my mage shops, but when I do, I have 2 main priorities. 1, I have to make sure I have DT so I don't die. Nothing more embarrassing than going in to melee to show the melees what's up and then die. And 2, I want high accuracy. That they didn't put any DT on the set holds it back, but it does have high accuracy, so you could mix it with other sets. Also, as a high accuracy and magic accuracy set, it's pretty good for weapon skill debuffs like Shell Crusher. This ends up being true for all the Mage AF sets. Okay, so let's look at the Black Mage Relic. The Relic plus 3 already had solid MAB on all the items, just not enough to compete with the Odyssey and Swordy gear. The feet and legs, thanks to the augment, being the main ones still used today, mostly for burn and other elemental enfeebles. So I'd love to see that part buffed up a bit, or at least more magic accuracy to help them in that purpose. And some of the other items I'd like to see boosted enough to at least be situational options for nuking. Okay, and here's what we got. The elemental magic status down on the feet got mistranslated, but presumably does the same thing as the plus 3 with no buff. Then all the items gain 10 magic accuracy, 3 MAB, and up to 5 intelligence. This is decent, and means most of them now have slightly more MAB than the MP plus 3 does, but are missing out on around 30 magic damage per item, and the intelligence is about the same. So that means the Empyrean plus 3 remains largely better for nuking, and it's safer with its defensive stats. And the Egg-Woo is also largely better, as long as you augment it enough. But this also means you have more magic accuracy to support different merit builds with taking advantage of the augments on these items. And if you happen to have an easier time getting a hold of this set, it's a perfectly reasonable nuking option, even if better options might exist in the game, you don't necessarily already have them. Ah yes, Blue Mage. I don't really play Blue much, but Knowing the blue community, I'm sure you'll tell me all about what you wanted in the comments. So let's just skip ahead to seeing what you actually got. So for the AF, the biggest thing is weapon skill body went from 10 to 12, along with gaining a blue magic skill, 10 accuracy, 60 magic accuracy, as it was missing it previously. In fact, every one of the blue AF now has both accuracy and magic accuracy instead of one or the other. And blue, of course, is the job that actually cares about having both. And you've got the set bonus, which you can take more advantage of because you can use any piece in the set to help you gain the set bonus without it potentially being a piece that is completely missing the stat you're looking for. So this is actually a pretty big upgrade for blue, the fact that you're getting both accuracy and magic accuracy on every piece. And it's going to make you have to really reevaluate both your melee and magic accuracy sets. I suspect a lot of these pieces are going to be fitting in there. Now, of course, without the defensive stats, using these just for melee accuracy is a little bit dangerous because, when you're meleeing, you're actually in that set for a bit. Blue Relic. Here, all the items already had both accuracy and magic accuracy, so don't expect such drastic changes. We see again, Leg's weapon skill damage went from 10 to 12, and this time gaining 5 strength, some MAB, and the accuracy and magic accuracy. Pretty nice weapon skill item now. As we see, none of the unique bonuses actually changed, and while evasion and magic evasion are improved, they're still not amazing. I would also highlight a lot of these items have very high attack now, which is nice. Bard AF. These are nice magic accuracy items, and of course, have some nice unique bonuses, but at this point, I don't expect them to be changing any of the unique bonuses. As expected, the unique stuff is at most mistranslated, like the body's songcast time. The other thing we see is they added melee accuracy to all the items, which is still not the greatest melee set, but some of these could be legit accuracy swaps now. With their improved magic accuracy, they're also even better for magic accuracy than before. Bard Relic. Here's where we had that really good weapon skill body, some unique bonuses that probably won't be touched, and every item has PDT on it. The body got the expected 12 weapon skill damage, making it great for weapon skill, but not a single one of these items saw their PDT improved, or any of their unique bonuses improved. GeoAF. So the first thing I always look at with this set is the Cardinal Chant head. Cardinal Chant, actually pretty strong for nuking, and it's Geo's unique thing, but the Cardinal Chant head has no MAB or magic damage on it, and is kind of terrible for nuking with. The rest of these items just want to see their unique bonuses improved, which we can already tell won't be happening. Or would like to see some DT, which we also know won't be happening. Yes, they didn't add nuking stats to the hat, and none of the unique bonuses or DT are changed. They did add melee accuracy to all the items, which will provide some melee options, like the other Mage AF sets. Geo Relic, here again, Relic is the better nuking set for Geo, largely outclassed now by MP+3 and Agu, but used for unique bonuses that clearly aren't changing. And we see again modest improvements in their nuking stats, still largely losing the MP+3, but it's closer, and the hands I could see potentially using for magic burst bonus if you need that, depending on your other gear. Otherwise, you see this set largely for their unique bonuses, and the main upgrade, therefore, is just the extra magic evasion. And the Drain Asper head does appreciate the magic accuracy as well, I guess. Red Mage AF. I already used the full set at +3, but for most of them, it's their unique bonuses that I'd love to see buffed, but clearly they won't be doing that. Still, there's some really good magic accuracy items here too. So the bad news is the hat, which has magic burst damage, still has no MAB, and the shield block rate on the feet didn't get anything. But they now all have both melee and magic accuracy instead of just one or the other. And the magic accuracy was also improved. Some of these items, like the body, were already some of the highest magic accuracy items for a job that cares a ton about magic accuracy, and that just got better. But then you look over at the legs, feet, and hands, which had no magic accuracy before, and now are some of the highest magic accuracy available. I'm not going to run through my 5 different enfeebling sets for Red Mage, but yeah, these are definitely competing for some slots now. We also see 1 extra skill on the skill slots, which isn't much, but if it gets you to the next point of Temper 2 or End Spell, that can be a big deal. Hands went from 6 to 9 weapon skill damage, which is decent. Overall, like most of the recent updates, Red Mage seems to be getting one of the better sets. Let's look at Red Mage Relic. Again, this is a set where I use pretty much the whole set for something. Red Mage has some really good merits to choose from, and good augment bonuses on these items. I especially like the enfeebling duration merits with the augment on this head. That will certainly gain more magic accuracy to help land those enfeebles. I was also looking forward to them adding more enfeebling magic effect on the feet. Since I got a whole video out of the last time they gave Red Mage more enfeebling magic effect, link on the screen now, where we became able to break gravity until they patched it. So let's see what we got. Weapon skill damage on the head went from 6 to 9, so might see some use of that again. Also much better for enfeebling than before with extra magic accuracy. Feet didn't get any new enfeebling magic effect, but did get a decent amount more magic accuracy, which they do care about. Again, a lot of great items, many of which were already used, just getting a bit better, especially for magic accuracy, which Red Mage really cares a lot about. Scholar AF. Looking at the hat, sublimation items really want defensive stats, since you have to idle in them, and they increase your HP loss from sublimation to charge it faster. It's too bad we will only be seeing magic evasion added here. The body has decent magic accuracy. The dark arts is that much skill, well under dark arts for the appropriate skills, so lots of magic accuracy here, but you've got terrible nuking stats to go with the magic burst bonus, so I'd love to see some MAB. Legs, nice curing piece, and you get the light arts, so situationally for magic accuracy. Feet, I use for Grimoire, which won't change, but at least it's also a decent magic accuracy item. And the hands are for fast cast. They won't be adding more fast casts, I believe, so again, we're looking at, does it become a magic accuracy item? And here's what we got. The head is still pretty dangerous to sublimate in, but at least you got a little bit more magic evasion. Every item gained melee accuracy. Still issues because there's no extra DT, but again, you could mix and match to potentially get a little bit more accuracy in your melee set. And a nice option to have. And they all have better magic accuracy, so definitely be using that. The body still has no MAB. So the Scholar Relic. The head was used for nuking for a long time, but if you augment Agu enough, it could replace it. Still useful for Grimoire spellcasting. And the whole set is a decent nuking set, but has largely been replaced by MP+3 or Agu now. Body, again, is a sublimate item, desperate for defensive stats. It's also good for enhancing duration. Hands, nice healing magic. Legs for Drain Asper, which will appreciate extra magic accuracy at least. And the feet, I pretty much only use for stun duty on Zerde. Some magic accuracy would be nice for maybe some future stun fight that needs more magic accuracy. And here, as expected, we got modest improvements in nuking abilities across the board, so maybe the hat will find its way back into some sets. Body now has passable magic evasion, even if no DT. And as expected, everything has improved accuracy and magic accuracy. Summoner AF. Honestly, I don't even know what I would want for Summoner at this point. It's either way too strong or nerfed to the ground depending on the content. I don't see improved gear changing that dynamic much. So let's just see what they gave us. I like that they gained both accuracy and magic accuracy. And some of these items I was already meleeing in for the perp cost, so that's a decent upgrade that they're all going to have the melee accuracy to go with magic accuracy. And the magic accuracy is really nice again for landing enfeebles and weapon skill debuffs. So that's decent. You get more accuracy, magic accuracy for your avatars as well. But again, nothing I'm really going to write home about here. Summoner Relic. Again, let's just look at what they got. The usual accuracy, magic accuracy for both you and your pet. Extra magic evasion for you. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with Summoner. White Mage. Here we may see the biggest improvement, because I know you all want accuracy for your onion sword wielding melee white mages, and you're probably going to get it. Yep, sure enough, you got melee accuracy on the whole set to go with the magic accuracy. Still lacking DT for your set here, but at least you've got the accuracy under control. Also, magic evasion is pretty solid on this set now. But in all seriousness, this does actually make a pretty strong magic accuracy set. White Mage Relic. At this point, we all know you're not going to get any of the unique bonuses you actually want here. So it's just a matter of if you care about these items gaining accuracy and magic accuracy and some magic evasion. And here's what you got. As expected, more accuracy, more magic accuracy, more magic evasion. Thanks for watching my video. I'll close with some channel updates. First, Thanks everyone for helping me cross the 1,000 subscriber mark. I never thought I would get here. It's crazy how popular this game is after 2 years of supposed maintenance mode, and that my Bonanza video I made after 2 years absent would be on track to be my best video ever. Thank you to everyone who supported me, from kind comments to constructive criticisms and corrections, as well as some of the hate comments that have made me laugh along the way. I thank all of you. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss parts 2 and 3, which will be coming out over the next few days. Have a good one.